I want to give a special nail addict shout out to Barbie, Tracy Nails World, 34 Nails, and Nails on Cassie's Mind for being the first four to comment on my last video. I thank you ladies so much. Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So as you can see, I have my nail tips prepared for the Lazy Girl method, and I'm using the tips that I got off Amazon. I'll have them linked down below. I am using a light pink today from a cart for my polygel, and I am going straight in. So for this set, I wanted to do the 2-beat method with my Lazy Girl, and I just like it because polygel is pretty sticky, and so I've experienced when I do the 1-beat method and I get all of the polygel in and I'm ready to apply it to my nail, I then find that it is so sticky, and sometimes if I pick it up the wrong way, it sticks to me and it just give me the creeps. I don't like anything sticky on me. So then I tried the 2-beat method and I like it. It's just a little more time consuming, but not really. It's kind of the same in a sense. So I'm just putting the first bead in, starting from the free edge and just making sure I get all the sides correct. And then I'll swipe that down and kind of like blend it like I was doing an ombre. Not exact, but close. The most important for me is the sides. I hate when I do the Lazy Girl nails and the sides don't have the polygel on it. So I always like to turn it to the side and just make sure all of my sides are fully covered. And then once I get the first bead exactly like I like it, I'm going to go ahead and move over to the next one. So it'll sit on my stand. I'll do all 5 nails first as far as just the first bead, and then give them all a 30-second cure at that point. This Macart polygel is so pretty. So today's design, I am doing, I don't know if you say Vo or V-O Tino. Raise your hands if you know who I'm talking about on Instagram. When I tell y'all he does the most bomb sets, they are so perfect. His nail art is down packed. That is where I want to be when it comes to nail art. I want to be to that level, the next level of nail art. And I'm going to get there. I'm just going to keep practicing and getting my line work right with these brushes, and I can do it because I say it all the time, but I can draw on paper really, really well with a pencil. It's just like the gel and then the brush. I just have to get used to it enough to not have a heavy hand and just know how to maneuver the gel on the actual brush. But man, I love his work. He does some amazing work. So this week, I kind of want this to be my VO Tino week, where I kind of just recreate some of his sets because, again, man, he does some great work. Bomb.com. His nails look like portraits. They're so wonderful. So mine is not going to be obviously exactly like him because I'm still maneuvering my brushes. Even though I've been doing it for quite a while, it's still very tricky to me with that gel polish and those brushes. Is something else for me. But I do a pretty okay job. I could do a decent set. If y'all have been subscribed, I've done some pretty great sets as far as drawing out nail art. One of my favorites was my brat set that I did on my daughter. It was so nice. I did not expect for my brat doll to come out looking like a brat doll, but she definitely looked like a brat doll, and I was definitely very pleased with that. But this set I'm doing of his was a really cute pink winter set, and y'all know pink is my favorite color, so I definitely had to give this one a shot. Now he did his as press-ons or gel-X, however, but it was basically press-ons. But I wanted to switch it up and with his sets try to actually do it with polygel or something like that for the most part to, kind of give it my own spin, even though obviously it's not going to look exactly like his, but still give my own spin on it of how I would have you know what I'm saying, done the set. So I felt like this pink was really nice. So it has like a really nice sheer pink background with the nail set, and then, you know, the pop of color and stuff. And I will insert a picture at some point in the video of this nail set that I'm actually doing. But yeah, the base of it was like a really nice, like transparent or jelly pink. And he loves matte nails, and I do too. I feel like pictures and things look a lot better on matte nails. So they're definitely going to be matte today. But I am finishing up with the first speed here. Just applying that on my pinky, and I'm going to give that a 30-second cure, and I'll be back for the next step. So now they're all set, ready to give a 30-second cure on the first bead. So once I bring it out of the lamp, they're fully cured, and I'm going in now with the second bead by the cuticle. So I put enough, but not too much, and I'm just patting it into the nail well. And today's slip solution I'm using is 91% alcohol. And I am just going to go ahead and blend that right into the first already cured bead, making sure to hit those sides, making sure my cuticle does not have too much product so that there's not a lot of spillage. At this point, you want to make sure your nails are fully prepped. So you want to go ahead, push back your cuticles, remove any of the dead skin, buff the surface of your natural nail, and then apply a dehydrator, primer, and base coat, curing that for 30 seconds, and then you're ready to go. So I just go in and lightly place this on my nail. Give it a little push. You shouldn't have to push down too much. And then I just go in with a brush and some alcohol, clean up any spillage that I can. Also turn over the nail to look under the underside, make sure nothing is seeping out there as well. And then I would give this a 30-second cure. So when you're doing the lazy girl nails as well, you want to make sure you're sizing up. So whatever your normal like number you use for your finger would be, you want to size down. So for instance, if you use a 6 on a finger, you're going to use a 5 instead. If you use a 4, you're going to use a 3, and so forth and so on. So that's really important when doing the lazy method, because you're putting a product inside of the nail tip. So when you push that onto your nail, it's going to seep out if you have to like really struggle to get it to fit to your nail. But if you do it a size down, it just sits right on the nail like it's supposed to. And if you don't put too much polygel, you have minimal to no spillage, and it's just a perfect quick way to get a nice set of nails without having to do a lot of extra work, and it saves a lot of time on filing as well, doing the lazy girl method. This is like one of the go-tos for me when I want to set for the week. I either do lazy girl or gel X are my go-tos, because again, also taking them off for me is really easy. So this is a go-to for me, but I'm just cleaning up. I didn't do it on camera, but I did look under all of them just to kind of make sure there is not a lot of spillage there. And then I flash cured in between each one. So the first nail, I'm thinking of my next nail set, y'all. Anyways, I used my flashy lamp on every one and cured it for about 10 seconds just to make sure it got through there and it can stay on until I get all of my nails applied. And I'm just basically repeating this over all of my nails, making sure not to add too much polygel to the nail. I do hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And thank you so much to anyone that does take their time to watch my videos. It's greatly appreciated. I couldn't ask for a better audience. I feel like I have a really good audience. I feel like there's a lot of you that come to the videos and you probably come every time and you're liking the content, but you're just not liking the video. And that does help me. Like, I'm really trying to get myself somewhere with this. I mean, I do it for fun, but it would be nice to be a full-time YouTuber and just really be able to really get into my nails and really enjoy doing what I do, really have 2 to 3 hours to create a masterpiece, but I limit my time to nails just because right now it's not really beneficial. Like, I do appreciate all the love that I get from everybody, but you need a little more to be that dedicated to doing this every single day. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. And I do thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. Once we get this hump over as far as Christmas nails goes, I'll start taking requests again for sets you may want to see, because I am definitely getting back into the groove of nails, being that I have been doing this for every day for Christmas. So definitely getting back into the swing of things, definitely falling deeper in love with it. And I just appreciate you for taking the time to subscribe to my channel. If you know anyone else that may be interested, don't be scared to share so we can grow our family. And if you've been subscribed or even just newly subscribed to the channel, I love you guys so much, and I really do appreciate all of the love and support that I get from everyone. It just makes my day to be able to come in and see the comments that are left. So I'm pretty good about answering comments. It's just that, like, I've been behind a couple of months. I was going through a lot. There's been a lot going on family-wise and stuff. I mean, everything is great now, but there was a lot of like little things that happened that kind of threw me off a bit. And so I wasn't really doing my comments. Like, I would do the first 4, obviously, for the next video, because I do love to give my shout outs as well, but not like I normally would. So I've been going back now and just kind of answering all comments. So if you get a reply to a comment that you left like a month ago, don't be alarmed. I'm just catching myself up so I can get back at it, and I can be as consistent even with my comments as I was before. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish my pinky, and I'll let y'all watch. And this is what they look like all applied. And so then I'm taking a lint-free wipe and some alcohol and just wiping that inhibition layer off of the nail. So I'm going underneath and on top. There's not really anything on top, but I just do it for good measures. Just wipe the nail down really good before I go in and file. So I'm taking my mandrel and a fine grit sanding band and just going right around that cuticle area to remove any spillage that may have seeped out and cured, and also just to make the nail a little bit more flushed to the cuticle as well. This part is so satisfying for me. I love it. I would do it even if it really wasn't nothing. So like my middle finger there, I probably could have just left that alone and kept going, but it just to me, it just makes it complete if I do at least go around my cuticle and get everything a little more neater. Sometimes it does cause me more problems, but again, this part to me is very therapeutic. And then I'm just going to take a mini buffer and buff the shine off of all of my nails so that we're ready to go in with this awesome design that we are going to attempt today. So today I'm using BPHP05 from Born Pretty, a really pretty pink. And I'm also going to be using BPHP01. So to start the set, I am going in, I'm going to do a matte top coat over all of the nails and give that a 30-second cure. So I'm taking the darker pink of the two and I'm going to place the picture up now of the design I'm going to do. So I feel like I did my design portions a bit smaller than he did. And that's just from nervousness. And also, I wasn't doing this like watching the picture. I kind of like quickly sketched it out on my book and just went from there. But I feel like if I could have actually saw the picture, I could have done a lot better. It is what it is. I just want to have a little fun and try some of his designs because, again, he does amazing work with a nail art brush. I love it. But it's like a side sweater nail like type of vibe. So I did those stitches at the top. I'm now putting the line in the middle just to kind of separate everything out. And then on the other side, there's these other little pieces, which this is where I kind of wanted to look at the picture to kind of get them close enough to what I could remember. This nail came out okay, but my other nail I did off camera, it was a little crazy looking. I mean, it came out okay, but again, I feel like it could have been a lot better. But I'm just gonna finish this portion up. And then he does a lot of embossed looks, which I really love. Y'all know I love embossed looks a lot. So basically, after I get this set, I'm going to leave it wet. And then I'm going to take some clear acrylic and I am going to go ahead and pour that over and give this a 30-second cure. So I dusted it off and now I'm going in with the lighter pink right underneath, and I'm going to do the second part of this design. So the second part of the design is this line going across and then like the icicles. So I'm not real good at icicles. I feel like I suck. I feel like I need to practice a lot more with icicles because I feel like it could have came out a lot better than it did. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but like When I went back and actually looked at the picture after I finished the set, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I needed a reference. I needed to see it just to kind of try to get it close enough to where it didn't look so weird. And I'm so sorry I'm out of frame, but I'm just like trying to draw the little pieces to pretty much replicate an icicle. And I mean, you get the gist of it. You know what it's supposed to be. I feel like it just could have been a lot sharper and a lot better. But I again then poured over the acrylic on that portion as well and gave that a 30-second cure too. So moving over to the middle finger, it's a heart. So we're doing half of the heart on the middle finger and then the other half on the ring. And I'm taking the lighter pink and I'm making the outer portion of the heart. And again, this is going to be an embossed look. So with embossed looks, I like to work as neat as I can, but also as quick because you do have to leave it wet in order to get that embossed look. And I'm a little out of frame, so I think I'm gonna jump the video, but I basically did what you saw. I tried to put like the little snowflake pieces around it. So some of them had the little stems coming out. Some of them were done with like a there we go, a dotting tool. So I didn't skip much because I did come back in frame, and then I'm just like pulling that gel through, and then we'll do that again. So like every other one will be with the dotting tool, and then every other one will be like this. But again, this was off memory, but if I had saw the picture, I feel like I could have done a lot better on this part too. Again, it wasn't horrible, but it could have been better. Once I go around this entire half heart with both of these designs, I'm going to go ahead and use that clear acrylic and pour over and then cure for 30 seconds to give it that nice embossed look. So another thing I noticed about me trying to replicate his designs is that he uses square, which for me, square nails do give you more room to like actually draw out your nail art versus a coffin. But I'm a coffin girl. I just love it. It makes my fingers look really snatched, so I gravitate towards it. But I feel like if I was to use a square nail, of course, I would have more room to do more things, because with a coffin, as you get towards that free edge, it kind of like, you know, sucks in or gets smaller. So it's a little hard to replicate something on a square to a coffin. But now I'm going in with the darker pink and creating a smaller heart right inside of that. Well, a smaller half heart right inside of that. And then again, once I get this set, I do go over it with the clear acrylic and then give it a 30-second cure. So these are the two designs on the nail set, and I did the rest off camera, just not to hold you guys up too much. And once I got the rest of my fingers done, I'm now coming back and applying some crystal rhinestones to the cuticle area. So a friend of mine really liked the set, but said that I should have used different color rhinestones. And I agree, but I was being lazy and the crystal rhinestones were right on my desk. And I really didn't feel like rummaging through my rhinestone drawer. So I just went with what was on my desk. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but it would have looked better with a different color. Once I get this set, I cure for 30 seconds, and I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here's the finished set. So freaking pretty and pink, y'all. I did a really good job. I came really, really close. I could work on like the outer portion and those icicles, but it's so cute. Comment down below and let me know what you think of my recreation. And if you've made it this far, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit your post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to be the very best you that you can be, and much love to all.